So AOC has been running her campaign for re-election, and I believe the re-election is in. I can't remember if it's in 2021 or 2022. Because they might have had a situation where they had a special election, but don't quote me. I cannot remember. I'm not sure. I thought her re-election bid was in 2022, but it may actually be in 2021. Anyway, she is running her campaign website, and she is selling merchandise like all politicians do to raise small dollar donations. And apparently, Fox News has a problem with that. So let's see what they have to say about this so-called controversy.
Cortez responding to the criticism by saying, quoting here, Republicans are freaking out because we don't use slave wage labor for merch that funds grassroots organizing. But what's the difference between Trump's merch and ours? Ours is made in the U.S. And for GOP, who joke that we should give shirts for free, we actually do. Just volunteer. Carly Shimkus, member of the Fox News Headlines 24/7 crew, joins us now. Carly, it's always great to see you. Talk to you at the end of the show. You know, at least AOC didn't wear this sweatshirt into the French Laundry in Napa Valley, which wouldn't have gotten her a little bit more trouble, right? I mean, she could have done that. She didn't do that.
Am I the only person that didn't know what the French Laundry was until this week? AOC's campaign now has its own store, so she's essentially a business owner. It is the official AOC shop. So working under a purely socialist system, she would take the profits from her store and distribute them evenly to everyone, even members of Congress that she doesn't like. But because this is America and under a capitalist system, she and her team got together. They brainstormed, they thought of gear that her supporters would like, and because every purchase is a campaign donation, she gets to benefit from that hard work, which sounds like a great system. A system that would create the most prosperous country in the world. And yes, it is ironic that she created a $58, originally the price tag I believe was $65, tax the rich sweatshirt. I could see it on a bunch of college students and having their parents be very surprised and horrified by the sweatshirt in which their young children are wearing.
Yeah, $58. She's getting a lot of pushback on this. We should show some of these tweets on social media. Matt's Idea Shop tweets, AOC selling $65 sweatshirts that you say are now $58 that say tax the rich, that only rich people can afford, should just say tax me. When you're aiming for socialism, but you hit capitalism. And then you have this from the Daily Caller Foundation. Hey, AOC, I can't afford this sweatshirt right now. You got a coupon code for the non-rich?
The shirt should say tax me. $58. No one can afford this except for rich people. See, you want socialism, but you're doing an American capitalism thing. Such a hypocrite. Are you Fox News? At this point, it's becoming a comedy show. It's becoming a comedy show because all their criticisms of her are laughable. First of all, asking people to donate a certain amount to your campaign, $58. And you're saying, oh, rich people can't afford only rich people can afford a $58 hoodie. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me, right? $58? $58. I mean, look, I know a lot of people who are poor and who can't afford things like this, but come on, man. The average American can afford a $50 shirt. Come on, man. Like, pretty much everybody I know wears a coat. Coats are usually around $100. This is not an outrageous amount of money to ask for a hoodie. I mean, me personally, I like designer clothing myself. I like Dior or Saint Laurent and stuff. I don't own too much of that stuff, but I do own like some Bathing Ape t-shirts. Those are about $100. I'm not rich. I'm nowhere near rich. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, I was so poor that I qualified for government health insurance. Like just a free, what is it, Medicare or Medicaid? I get the two mixed up. I qualify for that because I only made $14,000 a year. Of course, now I make a little bit more money. Not in that situation anymore, but I'm pretty sure that I could spend $58 on clothes. Now, did I spend it on one hoodie? Probably not. But the fact that they're trying to act like her selling these hoodies oh God, oh, you're trying to advocate for the poor, but you're selling hoodies that poor people can't afford. Gotcha. Like, this is ridiculous, number one. Number two, the merchandise she sells, the reason why it's at a higher price is because it's American made, like she said. So, being American made, obviously you're going to have to pay people more for wages. So, in order to, in order to compensate for that, you're going to also have to charge more for the hoodie. Number one, right? But even more importantly, they were making jokes. Well, people can't afford these. Are you going to give them discounts or give them away for free? She's literally giving them away for free. All you have to do is volunteer to work on her campaign and you get a free hoodie. So it's like, I don't understand why people think this is such a gotcha. Like, honestly, my friend pointed this out. I could not wait to cover it, honestly. So, shout out to him. But this is ridiculous. Now, this is just such a stupid criticism, number one. And it shows their lack of understanding, number two, of socialism. So, democratic socialism or a social democracy, which is what AOC and Bernie Sanders are advocating for, does not mean that you cannot make money and cannot make a profit. It means that the rich are actually taxed the way they're supposed to be taxed, and that poor people who can't afford certain things are subsidized by the government so that they can live a higher quality of living. Now, you might say, oh, but I don't like socialism. Ooh, socialism is bad. Well, is the fire department socialism? Let's have a capitalistic fire department. Let's have a capitalistic police department. Whoever can pay the most gets the service first, the best, and the fastest. All right, let's do that, okay? Or how about our medical system? Our medical system that puts profit above people's lives. Literally, if you cannot afford your cancer treatments, well, you just died. Does that sound great? Does that sound like a great capitalistic utopia to you? It's ridiculous. So, anyway, yeah, these little, and then they're so smug. Look at me laughing at how ridiculous AOC is. Socialism. They're so smug. This is why I really hate Fox News. Really, really, really hate Fox News. Because they're so smug, and they can be so incredibly wrong on an issue, and they just think they're right. Like, they've deluded themselves to believing what they actually say. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, honestly, this shouldn't even be a story. This is dumb. And then to quote people from the right wing tweeting, hey, I can't afford this. Can I get a social discount? Or, oh, you should split the money you make from these shirts with all the members in Congress. It's just stop being ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. This is the child's critique of socialism. That's what it is. These Fox News pundits are nothing but children. And yes, I'm calling them pundits, not reporters, because all they do is opinion pieces, which I'm a pundit. I do opinion pieces. But I do opinion pieces backed up by facts. They do opinion pieces backed up by, let's just rile up our base. And that's ridiculous. So it is completely stupid. It shows a lack of understanding of what social democracy is. And quite frankly, nobody's going to care about it. If I go into the room right now where my roommate is and say, hey, bro, how do you feel about someone selling a hoodie for $59? He's going to be like, okay, what are you talking about? This is nobody's really enraged by this, so just, come on, guys, stop the pretending. This is ridiculous. And another thing, too, the whole, at least you didn't watch it at a French Laundry thing, okay, genius, you're such a comedian, come on, man, this is absolutely ridiculous, and this news segment is a waste of media space.